Hi, everyone. Can you all hear me? Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're joining us. Can you all hear me, please? Can you all hear me? Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
We can. Yes, we can.
Okay. Just one person. Can you all hear me? Okay, I can hear. That's great. All right, so while we're waiting for others to join us, we would just like to do a quick introduction. You are audible. Thanks very much, Marathon, Emmanuel. Thanks very much for that. So while we're waiting for others to join us, we'll just do a quick introduction, right? So before we start the class, I would like to know where our participants are joining us. If you don't mind, just type in the chat section, tell us where you are joining us. Okay, let's just use a minute and do this, okay? Just tell us where you are joining us from. Are you joining us from Nigeria, United Kingdom, anywhere across the globe? Just tell us where you are joining us. Okay, Awele from Nigeria, Abuja. All right, so guys, let's do this. Let's know where our participants are joining us from. Just a second. Type in the chat section. Tell us where you're joining us. All right, Kadib. All right, thanks very much for joining us. Others, let's do this. Wow. We have high number of people here, and just few people are telling us where they are joining us. Delta State, Nigeria. Thanks very much for joining us from Delta State, from Gabon. All right, thanks very much for Kechuku from Gabon. Thanks very much. Okay. All right, so I think we can commence the section now. We are waiting for others, but then I would just like to Ben from Canada. Thanks very much for joining us, Ben. All right, so I'll share my screen and then just do a quick introduction about myself, and then we'll commence this section. So I would not like to keep us waiting. We are 2 minutes into the program so that we can fully commence this section. All right, so just give me a second to do that. All right, guys, so you are all welcome to AMDA Analytics Masterclass. This is a March Masterclass, the first Masterclass in the month of March. You are all welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we meet introducing myself in just a few seconds, and then I'll tell us about AMDA Analytics and what we do. Okay, so thanks for joining us. What we do, we teach people data analytics and some other programs too, but basically for now, so what we do is that we teach individuals data analytics. All right, so what are our mission? Our mission as an EdTech company, as you all know, AMDA Analytics is an EdTech company. So our mission is to empower individuals in the field of data analytics, just like I said a few seconds ago, by providing a comprehensive and accessible training. So we make sure that you get access to that comprehensive and accessible training you have not had for a while, or you are aiming to have, or you are just like, oh, I want to have this comprehensive learning. I want to have hands-on projects. This is what we do here. We aim to bridge the gap, the skill gaps, and enable learners to make informed decisions, drive innovation, and create positive change in the data-driven world. That's what we do. We have a lot we do here. But basically for now, what we do is that we focus in the field of data analytics. We make sure that we train individuals, irrespective of where you're coming from. We have people from across the globe that we've gone through our training, and those that are yet to join us for our programs, okay? So as you can see here, we have a lot of people that have joined when we did a quick introduction, and that is one of the amazing things of virtual training. So you can join anywhere across the globe, anywhere you are, from the comfort of your home, you can join the program. All right, so let's start. Who am the facilitator, and that's just me, right? So my name is Chinyere Chukwuka, and I'm a data analytics facilitator here at Amda Analytics. All right, so I have about 5 years of industry experience. I've trained over 4,000 individuals. I've been doing this for years now. All right, so and I've worked for so many edtech companies, and I've worked for so many individuals, so many companies as well. All right, I studied economics. I love to tell people about my background. There is this man that if you did not be in tech. And I'm here to tell you that it's not true, okay? Even if you did not study computer science, you can still become that tech pro that you want to become, right? So your background does not even matter, right? So for those of us that did not study computer science out down there, back then in universities, I'm here to tell you that you can still become a professional data analyst without a computer science background. All right, so now, this is actually the project we are about to do today. Now, what we do is hands-on projects. We are not here to come and give you one PDF to come and start telling you, okay, go and study this PDF, find out what is going on, read and tell us what you think about the PDF. No, it's going to be hands-on project, and we're going to be doing that together in just 2 hours of our time. I just want you to spare me 2 hours, okay? 2 hours will be out of here, maximum 2 hours, okay? So we'll be seeing how we're going to do magic with this we have here. Now, this is the case study we want to look at. Please, if you have any question, I would like you to use the chat section, drop your question. I'll pick your question from the chat section, okay? If there's any question at all, if I feel like I'm fast, drop it there, and then I will pick it up there and I'll answer your questions, okay? So now, this is actually XCY company. Now you've been employed in this organization as a data analyst, okay? And you've been tasked with investigating the status of the employees and getting deeper insight into the areas of improvement. All right, so this organization, let me just explain it in a way you understand. So this organization, you've been employed in that organization as a data analyst, and they want to look to their employees. They want to see how are those employees, how are they improving, what are their work status like, is there any way they need to work on, is there something that they need to do better? Okay, so, and then they don't have database. They don't have what? Database. So you have to come up with some database for them, come up with a database for this organization. That simply means build database for them from scratch, have their data input their data, their informations, and then they want it not just only to build the database, but then visualize the insights. So the CEO is asking, okay, this is actually what we have as the headers, but then we wanted to visualize, look at the data, then build a database for them, and then visualize it, okay? We want to see what? We want to see some insights from this data. Okay, so you are here to bring what solution to this company, XCY company. So let's see how we're going to do the magic now. So we're going to be using 3 different platforms for this project. We're going to be using Chatgpt, and we're going to be using SQL, and we're going to be using Power BI. So you see how we're going to get the data from the Chatgpt, move it, and we move it to what? To SQL. From SQL, we move it to what? To our Power BI.
No English. That's it.
Okay, guys, I'll let you to mute yourself, okay? If you're not speaking to us. All right, Olamide, you are in a noisy environment, okay? I'll please, I just muted you now, but if that repeats, I'll just yank you off from the call, okay? I would like you to mute yourself because you are in a noisy place. Please, I've muted. Is that okay, Olamide? Thanks very much for the correction. All right, guys, so let's start. Just a second, please, just a second. All right, thanks very much for that. So now we are going to use 3 different platforms for this project, okay? So we're going to build the database using ChatGPT, and we're going to do what? Move the project from the SQL, from the ChatGPT to the SQL, and from the SQL, we are moving it to Power BI, where we're going to build what? The visuals. Are we ready, guys? Just give me a thumbs up if you are still with me. Just give me a thumbs up, guys. Let me get your reaction. All right. Just one person. Just one person. All right. Thanks, Anide. I just want to be sure that we are all here. We are all here. All right, guys. So let's proceed. Thanks very much. Let's proceed. Okay. So now let's move to the ChatGPT. Let's move to the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is actually a platform. All right. So it's an AI platform that we use a lot as a data analyst, okay? Now, this is actually some of the things we teach our students, okay? How to make use of what ChatGPT. It's actually an amazing platform that, of course, if you're a tech person, you know how to use ChatGPT. Now, let's see how we're going to use the ChatGPT to create the database. Now, mind you, this organization, they've given you what? There's what we call headers. There's what we call data dictionary. So they've given you their data dictionary, okay, guys? So I need you to create a column that contains what? Age of these employees, their first name, their last name, the day they employed him or her, okay? This is actually what we want. Now, I have a data dictionary, employee data dictionary that we'll be using to do this magic, okay? So let's proceed, guys. So I'll open that. So this is actually the data we'll be looking at. Yeah. So, okay, this is data dictionary, right? This is the data dictionary. Data dictionary is just the headers, okay? Look at it now. You can see age. So this age here is actually talking about the age of the employees in the organization. Now, attrition simply means is the person still with the organization or the person has left the organization. Now, let's copy this thing here. I'm going to copy it onto C. Now, all the materials I'll be using today, I will share that with you. If you stay till the end of the program today, if you can stay till the end of the program, all the materials, I'm going to be sharing that with you, okay? So I've copied what? This data dictionary. I've copied it. Now, let's go to our ChatGPT and see how we can use ChatGPT to create a database using that data dictionary. Now, mind you, this organization, they know the headers they want you to create. They know what they want you to, what they want to have in their database, but they don't know how to come up with what with the database. But you are now in the organization as what? As a solution solver, right? So now, for those of us that don't have you don't have account with ChatGPT, so all you need to do is to open your browser, all right? Type chat. So you can see it here, chat.openai.com, chat.openai.com. That is the ChatGPT. So you create an account with them, right? So you open it. So I have account with them already, so that's why you are not seeing anything here. But then you can easily create an account with them. You're not paying for it if you're using 3.5. All right. So unless you're using ChatGPT 4, so you're going to pay for it. But now we are using what? 3.5. And most of the things I'll be doing here, everything I'm going to do here, I'll do it on that 3.5. That simply means you don't need to pay for anything. So guys, let's proceed now. Now you can see here, right? So here, I'm going to paste that data dictionary that I copied. That's what the headers, right? The headers of all the columns. That's what I copied. So I've pasted it here. Now, what then do I need to do now? Now, this organization, they've given you this thing. Okay, go ahead, write a database for us using this. And then being a fast, being a fast data analyst you don't want to waste your time. Is finding a way on how to go to your data set and then yes, you'll start doing repeating them one after the other. You can easily use ChatGPT to do that, okay? So what we are going to do here, I'm going to say, ask ChatGPT, okay? So using using the So guys, I would like you to mute yourself, okay? I don't want to mute everybody. Please kindly mute yourself when you join the call so that we can enjoy the session. Right? So now, using the above data dictionary,
Asa. October, September, October.
kindly
Then,
rating
September, October.
an SQL database for me. All right, so we are not asking the ChatGPT that it should create a
Huh?
database using what? Using their above dictionary.
Maraba ni the Maraba is a something in so we close to Abuja.
So let's see what ChatGPT has given to us. So you can see it here now. Okay, so this is actually what the table that ChatGPT has given to us now. Now, before we proceed, let's get our SQL open. So I'm going to, we are using what? We are using PostgreSQL. Now we have a lot of SQL there. We have Oracle, we have MySQL, we have SQL Server, we have PostgreSQL. So what we'll be using today is what? PostgreSQL. So I'm going to type my PG admin, that's the PostgreSQL. So let's open it. So it takes time if you're opening for the first time. So just have to be patient with it, okay? I just give it some seconds. It's gonna open. Yeah. So that's actually one thing with SQL, especially PG admin. So it takes a little while to open. So you need to insert your password. All right, so let's open it. So what we are going to be doing, you can see databases, okay? You can see database. Now let's create database for ourselves. For the name of the company now, let's create database for them. So on this databases here, you can see database. I have about 16 databases here. So I'll just right click on it. You can see create, and then you can see database. You can see database. Now, what it's asking us is what is the name of the database? Now, it's actually what? XY company. So let's name it XY company. Let's call it Amda Analytics. Let's see, Amda Analytics company. Okay. DB. So I'm going to call it Amda Analytics DB. That simply means database. DB means database. So let's save it now. So look at it here. So I'm just going to collapse some of all this so that you don't get it confused. For those of you that are just seeing SQL database for the first time. So this is actually our the one we created, okay? You can see it here. You can see Amdo Analytics DB, right? So I'm going to what? Let's open it. So we've opened that database we've created, okay? We've opened the database. Now the next thing we need to do is to what? Let's go and copy our code or call it syntax that Chatgpt has created for us. So you can see it here. Now, one thing you need to understand here, Chatgpt actually help us to create what the database here, but then we created the database ourselves, okay? So what we need to do now, so you can copy from table here, you can copy, or you can see copy code here. You can see copy code here, right? So anyone, either way it works. So let's copy, highlight this thing. So I'm going to stop it here. So Control C. So let's move to our SQL. So this is our SQL. We paste it here. So you can see the age. So by default, ChatGPT actually helped us to what? To create what? The employee name of the correct table. It has given the name of it has given our table name. So that's what the database is different from the table. Okay. So inside the database, you can have a lot of tables inside the database. Okay. But then we have what? We have what? The employees. By default, ChatGPT has actually known that the headers we copied is actually talking about what? Employees. So it has given us what? The name of the table by what? Employee. All right, so you can see it here, employee. So next thing we need to do, I think what we have here is cool. So we need to what? Run the query. Now for us to run the query, you can see here on this where my cursor is hovering. So you can see execute. So let's execute our query. So I'll click here. So you can see query returned successfully. Now, if we want to do this thing by ourselves, just a second, so if we want to do this thing by ourselves, we are going to take a whole lot of time to see by typing these things and thereabouts. So we are not yet through. Let's just just a second. I just want to get this. Okay. So now we've created the database, okay? Now another thing again, let's assume that we don't have what we want inside the database, okay? Let's see how ChatGPT will help us to do what? To insert data inside that database, to insert values, because this is just like ChatGPT has actually helped us to create what? Create the headers. So let's see how we're going to use it to do what? To create what? Values inside the database. Now guys, let's do this together. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Now you can see ChatGPT has actually been what created it now. The next thing we ask ChatGPT, let's assume that, okay, whatever he's going to create for us is correct. Okay, let's say kindly help me to insert values into the table. So let's see, we're asking ChatGPT to help us to insert values into the tables. Okay, it has actually done that for us. We have 3 lines. So you can see line 1, line 2, and okay, let's ask, okay, let's say kindly make it 10 rows. Okay, kindly make it 10 rows. Amazing. So let's see what ChatGPT has done for us now. So another thing again you need to know, of course, you need to know how to get these things, okay? You need to have, at least you need to have knowledge of SQL for you to enjoy this ChatGPT database and thereabout and other things, okay? Even using ChatGPT as a data analyst, okay? Now you can see this copy code here. I'm going to click on this here. You can see copy code. I've copied the code, okay? So let's go back to our SQL now. So I'm going to just a second. I want to make sure that I get some space. Okay, so I'm going to paste it here. Okay, paste it here. So we have it now. So we have what ChatGPT has done for us. ChatGPT has helped us to create the headers. Now we've asked it to help us to do what? To insert what? The headers. So let's proceed now. Let's run this query now. Now, there are two ways to do this, okay? So I'm going to highlight these values here. And then run it here. So you see, so I'm going to run it here. And then it says that my query returned successful. Now let's see what ChatGPT has actually helped us to create. Let's see. Now I want to see this thing now. You want to see it in Tabra, okay? So of course you need to know how to make use of your SQL. So I'm going to say, I want to see everything the way it takes. So everything, okay, from employee. That's actually the name of our table. Okay. Take employees. So let's run this. Perfect. Now, select is actually a syntax we use in SQL. So it's an SQL syntax. Okay. So now the organization they don't have a database and they invited you, they employed you as a data analyst. Okay, guy, help us to create database. And you know their headers, they know the header. One a column that has this and that about. You've seen how seamless it takes to use ChatGPT to create database for this organization. Now let's proceed. You can see, of course, you can see, if you pay attention here, you can see how we have this thing, we have employee number. You can see we have picky, that simply means the primary key. So we have the age. ChatGPT has actually helped us to insert these values here. And then we have attrition. Now, attrition simply means the yes means that the person has left the organization. No simply means that the person is still in the organization. And then we have what? The business travel. Till the other columns, the headers are there. Okay, now we've created this database for ChatGPT. If you are enjoying this section, I need a thumbs up from you. If you're enjoying what you are doing here, can you just give me a thumbs up? So let me know those that are still with me. Yeah, two people. Amazing, amazing. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. I myself, I'm enjoying this section, okay? So now we've created the database, okay? Now, the next thing is for you to do what? They're asking you, oh, you've created this amazing thing. Let's see it, visualize it. You want to see how many people that are in the organization. You want to see how many people that have shown what left the organization. Now, let me tell you one thing about SQL as a data analyst, okay? You don't use SQL to build your visuals that you have out there. You've seen amazing visuals using Power BI, using Tableau, using Python, using Excel. So we don't use SQL. SQL is just for what? Database. Okay, use it to query your data. Now let's see how we are going to use this SQL now. How we are going to connect it with what? With the Power BI. Now let's assume that you don't even know how to get these values out there. But then I'm actually showing you, okay? You can see select is actually a command in SQL. This asterisk here simply means select all. Select all, right? Now, let's assume you want to select some columns. You can just select, you write the columns that you want to select. From here means where are you selecting it from? So this employee here simply means what? The name of the table. So inside this database, you just have one table. Remember, you have just one table. So the name of the table means what? Is employees. All right. So that's of course when you scroll up here, you can see when it says what great table employees, that's the name of our table. All right. So let's proceed now to how we can visualize this data into put it into pictures and then use it to present to the board. All right. So now I'm gonna go to my Power BI. I will open my Power BI. So, just a second. So I'm gonna open a new page. So just give me some seconds. So this is our Power BI interface. All right, so you can see our Power BI now. All right, so now you build this data. All right, you build this data of this database using what? Your SQL. So let's visualize it here now. So now the next thing you need to understand is how then do I connect my Power BI to the SQL? How then do I do that? Okay. So you need to understand that, of course, when you open your data, your Power BI, which is meant for visualization. So there are a lot of pictures, there are a lot of places, sources where you can get your data into Power BI and then visualize it. Okay. Now, if I use it under home, now you can see get data. You can see get data under home. Now, let's pull it down. You can see a lot of sources where we can get data into our Power BI here. A lot of sources where we can get data into our Power BI. Now, let's assume that what you're looking for is not even here. So you can see more. So let's select more. So guys, if just pay attention, understand what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm going to share the video at the end of today's section for those that stay to the end. All right, and then for the materials, I'm going to share that with you. And then the how to download SQL or how to download Power BI, I'll share that with you. Is that okay? So let's proceed. Now we have what? We have all. So under all now, you can actually go straight to what you are looking for, right? And then start searching for the sources whereby you are getting the data into what? Into our Power BI. When I'm using database, you understand I'm using database. So what I will do, I will click on database here. You can see database here. I'll click on database. You know, I said something when we started. I said we have a lot of database. There's a lot of SQL. We have SQL Server, we have SQL, MySQL, we have PostgreSQL, and we have a lot of them out there. But what we are using is what? We are using PostgreSQL. So you can see it here. So I'm going to click on the word PostgreSQL, and then I'll click on Connect. I'll click on Connect. So let's see what is going to give us. So now it's asking us what? The server. No, the server is asking, it simply means the data you want to bring, is it on the cloud? Is it on your desktop? Where is it? Okay, so what I'm going to type here is what? Localhost. Okay, so the data is on my what? On my desktop. So localhost. Now it's asking us for what? The database. What is that database? That database that we created, what is the name? So I think I will name it under analytics. Under analytics DB. Okay. DB. So I'm going to want to click on. Okay, so let's see. All right, so Mary Ann Bemisola. All right, kindly unmute yourself and let me hear from you. Mary Ann Bemisola.
All right, thank you. So my question is, you are querying the data from your database, but when you wanted to you wanted to get the data from through Power BI, you use your local host, and you said your local host is on your system. Did you save the data to your system?
Now, when we get the data from the Chatgpt to the data to my data SQL, which is my data my desktop, okay, by automatically it has installed there, so it has saved them. Okay, so the data, just like what we are saying here, that this is actually the data here. Can you see my screen? See it?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so it's already on my desktop.
Can I ask a further question, please?
Okay, so just ask. I'll take one question, then we'll proceed so that we don't take much of our time. There will be time for question and answer. So ask another question so we can proceed.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. So my question is, so is this applicable to only PostgreSQL or any other SQL? Like once you just put the query there, it automatically saves on your system.
Exactly. Not applicable to only Postgre. Every SQL data that you're seeing over there. All right.
Okay.
Immediately you create the database, you type it, okay? Just put it there. Ensure that there is no syntax error. The data is already there. Okay.
Oh,
We are
thank you.
seeing here, we can actually type it by ourselves. Right. So now if we are teaching our students, right? If I want to teach you now, I want to break it down, start telling you, okay, this is what you need to put, this is what each of these things means and thereabouts. All right. I don't know if you understand that. So it's not applicable to only PostgreSQL, every SQL database that you're seeing out there.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're okay, I'll just take only the next person headline so you can proceed. Are you there? Eli, are you there? Okay, you're not talking, then I have to proceed, okay. So we have the data now. So we have the data here. So let's preview it. So this is actually the data. You can see it. So we need to highlight it so that we're able to see that we load it or we transform it. Now, my data is actually clean. You know what? Is there. So the only thing I can do probably, let me say, I'll go to the transform. That's will take me to what, to the Power Query. Probably do one or two things and then proceed to my Power BI where I can do my pictures. So I'm going to click on transform the data. All right, that's fine. So you can actually type your question. I will pick it up on the chat section. So now we have our data here. So probably I want to change the name. So let me call it instead of having it as property employee, so I'll just call it employee data. Okay, that's great. So just call it employee data, just the name. And then I'll turn the key number, that's the primary key, I'll turn it to text. Right, so that's only thing. Okay, let's do one or so thing here. Let's do one or so thing. So this is age group. Now this age, let's put it into groups. So we have 25 to 45. So we have age 25 to 45. So let's group them. Let's put it into groups. Let's assume we want to show the employee people that have the people they employ according to their age bracket. So now let's go to the art column. That's the only thing we will do here. Let's go to the art column. So I'll pick your question now. Yeah. All right, I will explain that later. Okay, I'll explain that. Just give me some seconds. All right. All right, so now I'm going to go to art column. So when you go to the art column, so you can see column, conditional column, okay, and you can see column index and stuff like that. But we are looking at what? Conditional column. So I'm going to click on conditional column. Just give me some seconds. So yeah, I'm going to change the name. I'll call it age brackets. Age brackets. Okay. So call it age bracket. So we come here, we say if age, right? So if the operator, if it's less than or equal to, let's say if the age is less than or equal to 30, let's just have 3 age brackets. So if it's less than or equal to 30, so let's call them youth. Okay. So I'll add another clause, then I'll say if age, so I'll select the column age. So it's less than or equal to, let's say 40. So if it's 40, okay, let's call them young adults. All right, so X, so we call them adults. That's a premise from 41 and above, we call them what? Adults. So click on OK. So that's the only thing I want us to do here. So here you can see, then let's give it a data type. So here that we have 1, 2, 3, we give it a data type text. All right, so I think that's all we can do here. We can do a lot, but then let's proceed to our visualization. Right, so let me take that question. Is there a particular, so we'll talk about that later. So there's a lot of benefits of using SQL instead of using Excel, right? So you're moving to our Power BI. So under here you can see home. Then here you can see close and apply. So I'm going to click on close and apply. So it will take us to what? To our Power BI desktop. So now we are moving to Power BI desktop now, where we can visualize our data. So we are in our Power BI desktop now. So the data is loading. Perfect. Perfect. So we have our what employees data here. You can see it here. So we have all the columns. So you can see them here. So one thing I will just do that. I'll just do that. I want to find out the total number of the employees in the organization. So I want to find out how many people are there in the organization. How many people are there in the organization? So I'll just right click. So this is just us using that. Okay, so right click. You come here, you say what? New measure, right? New measure. So here that we have the new measure. So I'm going to clear everything there. I'll call it total employees. Total employees. So equal to, you're going to do what? You're going to what? Count it. I'm going to use count row. Okay, count row. So count row, employee, the name of the table. So the count row is asking for table, just as what? The name of the table, that's what? Employees data. Okay, so I'm going to select it. Then close my parentheses and then commit. So this is giving us the total employees in the organization. Of course, we know the total employees. The data is actually a small data set, okay? Now we have what? If you scroll down here, you can see what? The total employees here, right? So that's actually the number of what? People in the organization. Now, one thing that we need to do, one that, all right? So we have a column that says what? Attrition, right? Attrition. Attrition simply means, are you still in the organization or you have moved out of the organization? So let's find out how many people, out of the people they employed, how many are still with them, all right? And how many have left the organization. So I'm going to go back to our DAX again, new lecture. Let's go back to our DAX again. Let's say new lecture. New lecture, so I'm going to call it attrition. Attrition. Okay, so we have attrition there. So let's call it total attrition. Total attrition equal to, so we're going to use what? We're going to use calculate. Calculate employees, total employees. Okay, total employees. Now we're going to filter it. All right, so this is actually very simple to understand. Okay, so don't get it confused. So employees, she sticks, then where employees is equal to what? Attrition. So I'm going to type attrition. So you can see it here. The column that is what? Attrition there, right? So any column that is attrition, where attrition is equal to yes. Okay, so I'm going to type what? The yes. So that's it. My brackets, parentheses, I'll hit it 2 times. Now, what I was saying here, we are telling our Power BI, go to our data where we have total employee, all right, total employee, look through the table, that is what the employee data, that's the name of our table. Look through the table, the column that has what? The attrition, and that's what this one here, where attrition is equal to yes. That's what we're telling exam. Our Power BI, where attrition is equal to yes. So I'm going to commit it. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . So that's actually the two DAX I want us to use. Of course, you can use a lot, but then let's just use these two DAX function. Now let's proceed to our visuals. So now if you come here, if you scroll down, you see where we have our total employees. So I'm going to highlight the total employee. So total employees. So this is actually our total employees. So we have it here. There. So let's just start formatting then at once. So I'll go to format, format. Okay. So here, I'm gonna go back to style. So we have a lot of, I just add on, let me share them. So we have a lot of distance out there, designs, so you can easily use, okay? But then we want to do a simple picture here. That's what we want to do. So this one here, we are going to what? This one here. So Control C, Control V, paste it here, right? Paste it here. Of course, we are going to still resize them to 1 or 210 there. So I'm going to check the total employee that is here, and then I'll select what's the attrition. So it simply means that in this organization, they employ 10 people, and out of the 10 people they employed, 3 have left the organization. 3 people are no longer with them. So let's proceed. Now, before we move further, I want us to look at our Canva. Okay, so Canva is the background that we're using for our picture. So here, so I'm going to right click on it and you can see format Canva. Okay, now you can see Canva settings, you can see Canva background. We are going to Canva background, which is text. So I'm going to select, of course, you can decide to use any color of your choice, but I want to select this. So, and then I'll turn this thing to 0%. Yeah, so this is actually what I want to use. Of course, you can use any color of your choice, trust me. You can just come here. I want to use blue. Well, come on now, I will use blue. If I want to use any color of your choice, okay. But then I'm using this one, this 20% darker. Right. So now here we have the what total employees. So let's look at our total employees. So let's do 1 or 210 there. Right. So I'll open it. I'll go to the background. So the background is on. So I'll open the background, and the background color, which is pure white, I'll turn it to something like this. No, not that. So let's take it to white. And then here, I'll change it to 29% darker. All right, so yeah, so I have it this way. So yeah, so it's here. I'll use format painter. Okay, so the one thing I need to do here is to probably, I want to increase the size of the font. But then I think the font size is okay. We can do a lot, can do a whole lot with it, but then I think this is fine. We can have this, okay? So then let's start building our picture. Let's start building our pictures. So now, next thing you need to pay attention is what do the organization want to see? Now, one thing I always advise my students to do is that it's not about building confusing the charts. It's about bringing an insight. All right, bring an insight with what? Your data. So that an individual who is actually not a data analyst can easily see and then say, oh, I understand what the data is talking about, okay? So you make sure that you build something that is somehow that passing the message, okay? So now let's move to build. Let's start building our visuals, okay? You can see the visual tools here. So you can select any one of your choice that you can use. But then let's select the data first before we come and choose any visual tools of our choice. So we want to find our total employee, right? The total employee of these people by job role. So we want to find out how many people did this organization employ by job role. So let's look for the job role. So you can see job role here. So I'm going to highlight it, okay? Now, remember, sometimes it's actually the organization that will tell you, this is what we want to see, right? This is actually what we want to see. So all you need to do is to what? Work with them, come on, and then show them that this is what they have. So this is actually what? The total employee by job role. Now, if you pay attention here, you can see they have human resources, they have laboratory technician, they have the research scientist, and then till the last one, which is what? Sales representative. They have just one employee there. That simply means one person, okay? So now let's proceed. So of course, resize it. I'm going to use this background, continue with this background. So I'm going to format it to what we have here. So let's format this. We need to, increase the fonts, make sure that the color is fine, and then about so we proceed, okay? So let's go to the X, Y axis. Now, sometimes when you come here and you don't know which one is Y axis and which one is X axis, so you might need to be turning it off and on. You now see, oh, this is actually the what? This is Y axis, and the one at the bottom is what? Is the X axis, okay? Now, this Y axis, so you can see values. The values are little, if you ask me. But then before we even touch the values, let's look at the title. Now, the title is this job role that you are seeing here. We need to yank it off. So I'll come down here. I'll look at it for the title. I'll yank up the title, and that's all. Okay, so probably move the text color to pure black. Move it to pure black, and then the title, you might want to probably increase it a bit so that people can easily see it. That's great. That's great. So now let's come to the x-axis. So this is the x-axis. I'm going to turn off everything in the x-axis, the value and the title. The value and the title. That simply means that that's under there. So that's just the x-axis. Okay. Now another thing again you need to take care of is the bars. Do you like the color? Do you want to change the color? Now in this when I want to change the color, I'm going to change it to see bars and then come down to colors. Come down to color. So yeah, this is the color. Now the question is, do you want to give it one color? You want to probably put something there. Now I want to say something, okay? I want to say, so I'll use this effects and say, just give me a second to come out, okay? I'll use gradients here, okay? Now, if the highest value, that the minimum value should give me something like this, probably ash color. I think the ash color is too much. Let's use ash, this 20% ash. Now, then the maximum value should give me this, okay? The minimum value should give me this color and the maximum value should give me this color. So let's see what we have done. Okay, this is what we have done, right? So the next thing we need to take note of is what this legend here. You can see this thing here. For me, I don't normally love to have it on my this. I will just turn it off. You can see legends, I'll turn it off, okay? So, let's see what we have. So this is actually what we have for now. We can as well come back and probably do one or two. So it's okay. So now I'm going to Control C it and Control V because we just want to use it to do other things we want to do. So I want to see the total employee by department. How many people do they have in each of these departments? So I'm going to select this job role here. So I'll look for departments. So let's see how many people. Now, you need to pay attention. I said something, okay? So it's actually, sometimes the organization might just tell you that, okay, this is actually what we want to see. Do you understand? Then you visualize it according to what they want to see. Then if they do not tell you, just come up with something, you understand? Then as a data analyst, who is there to solve a problem? All you need to do is to what? Use your brain and say, if I'm working in this organization, I would like them to see how many people do they even have in their each of the departments, all right? How many people do they have? So the CEO wants to see, okay, I have 20 people in this department. This is actually a department that needs more people. Probably I'll probably add people from other departments and then add it to the sales department. I don't know what sales departments are. So the department that need more people. Of course, it depends, actually depends on what these guys are doing, okay? So, okay. So I'm going to see this one. So I want to see, just a second, I mean, arrange this, okay. So come back to, I guess, arrange it better. So I'm gonna select this job role. So look for another thing that I feel that the organization might want to see. So let's say education field. Education field, let's see the qualification of those guys in the organization. So this is education field. This is education field, this one here. Now let me show you something. You might actually change the what. Now the person that is raising up your hand, just be patient with me, I will come back to you. So you might want to change the this thing that you're using there, the chart. So if you want to change it, let's assume let's look at this chart together. I have this chart, I want to change it. Okay, what I need to do, highlight it, just come to wherever you want to. Let's assume you want to use constant column bar chart, you change it. Anything of your choice to see, I have changed it now. Okay, it just depends on you. Probably I want to change it, I can just go ahead and then change the chart. It's not a must use one chart, not at all. Okay, so you do this. Now, another thing again, I want to see, I want to look at the total employee by marital status. So they have some that are married and some that are what? That are single, and some are divorced, I think. So let's see how we're going to get that done. Yeah. So I'm going to change this chart as well. Just watch what I'm doing, I'll be doing here. So I'm going to select this I have here. And then I'll look at the what? Their marital status. Let's look at, okay, I've seen marital status here. So we have there now, I'm going to change the chart to pie chart. So I have this, So you might want to change the color because this looks as if they are all the same. So let's assume I want to change the color. So let's see how we're going to change it. So you can see slides here. So you can see different colors. So let's change the married color now. Let's say we want to change it, so give it something different. Okay. So if you want to change the color, open the slides, then look for colors, then select the colors of your choice. Okay. That's just it. So you can see this is the number of their people that are single, of their employees that are single. Of course, they have the highest number. I think single, they have 5 individuals. So those that are married, they are what? They are 4. And those that are divorced are just 1 person. Okay. So that's now another thing again you might want to do with this. Okay. You just probably, you can see the values here, they are faded. Okay. You might want to just look at the values, find a way to how to increase it. Okay. So let's go to the data. Let's go to the values. Let's change it to. So I've changed it to pure black. Probably want to increase it. So you can increase it if you want to. Okay. So that's just it. So another thing again we want to look at is what I want to get filter. I want to get what? Filter. So I'll go to the filter. Slicer, sorry. I want to get slicer. So I'm going to click on the slicer. Get a slicer. That will help us to look at this together. Okay. So now, what do you want to slice here? What do you want to use to control the data? I just want it simple, okay? So I have the travel, I have those that business travel. So I'm going to click on business travel here. Now we have this. We have this. Just pay attention to understand what I'm doing here. So we have this, okay? So now you might actually want to decide, you might decide to change the slicer. So we have a lot of slicers out there that you can use. So you can see slicer here. So I'm going to use this down. So we have vertical, we have tiles, we have drop down. So let's also want to use tiles then. This is tiles. So this is it. So we find a way to make it put it together. All right. So if I drag it down, you can see it is moving. If I want to put it in 2 columns, I can do it. If I want to put it in 1, I can do it. If I want to have it in 1, you can do it, okay? Just like the way you like, you feel like you want to have it there. So let's say we want to have it this way. Now I'm going to click on what, let's select any of these things. I use format painter just to get the background, okay? Just to get the background. Yeah, so that's for this. So I'm going to drag this a bit. And then drag this a bit. So boundary size is. Okay, so another thing again we need to look at, because our data for now, it doesn't even have a name. So our chart so does not have a name. So let's look at it together. All right, so I've used another chart for that, okay, for the person that asked this question. So I'll go to my insert, okay, I'll see text box here. So go to the insert, you see text box. So this is actually what the text box. So what I will do here, let's give this our data name. So I'll call it, okay, let me just use calculator. I'll call it under analytics employee dashboard. Okay, so I'm gonna change the font. So just change the font if you like. So I love to use Georgia, so I'll use Georgia. So here, I'll increase the font, probably something like this. Okay, something like this. So let's drag it and see what we're gonna get. So, so that's it. So let's format it a bit. Let's format it a bit, probably. Okay, just a second. So let me just take this one here. Let's make the work easy for us. So that's how we, just a second. So let's start this thing here. To ensure that it's well arranged. Now, let's look at what we've done, right? So now, once to then analyze this data, okay, you can see the organization they employed what? They employed 10 people. And out of the 10 people they employed, 3 of the individuals they employed as what? Have left their company. All right, they've left the company. And then let's look at their job role, all right, by the individuals employed, that is the total employees. So you can see that the highest people, of course, we have two there, right? So by human resources, they have two employees. In their robot technician, they have what? They have two. CEO, their sales representative, they have just one person, okay? Now, individuals, that employees by department, they have the research and development, they have what? Just 5 people. And then they have sales department, they have 3 people. And then the last one, which is human resources, they have what? 2 people. Now, let's look at the their employees by marital status. You can see that out of the 10 people they employed in the organization, 5 of the individuals, they are what? They are singles. And then 4, they are what? Married. And then we have what? 1 person that is what? Divorced. All right. So this is actually, of course, you can come here. Want to see, we have different business travels. We have those that travel, right? We have those that travel frequently. So let's look at those that travel frequently. How many of them do they employ? So we are using travel by frequency now. So we have, they employ just 3 people. Out of those that are traveling frequently, they employ what? They employ 3 people. And out of the 3 people they employ, 2 have left the organization. So if they are, if those 3 people, they are what? They are in research and development. Of course, those that travel frequently, they are in research and development, okay? And then you can see their education field is life science. And then, let's see, out of the 3 people, 2 are married, and then 1 person is single. 1 person is single, right? So you can see how we have used Chatgpt, how the magic we did using Chatgpt to create the database. From that Chatgpt, we move it to the SQL. From SQL, we move it to Power BI and visualize it. If you know you are enjoying the program so far, give me a thumbs up before we proceed. We are still going. And the next 1 hour we should be through. Just give me a thumbs up. If you know you are enjoying the program, just give me a thumbs up. Let's, how many of us are here? Okay, Oyeyeshi. So guys, are we enjoying the programs? Are we enjoying the program? Be honest. Are we enjoying the program? Okay, Eli, you want to say something? Do you want to say something now, or the one you raised your hand before? Okay, I will proceed, okay? I'll proceed. We have time for question and answer. That will be in the next few minutes. We'll take question and answer. All right, so I need to proceed now. Thanks very much, Wale. Thanks very much, everybody. So let's proceed now. So you've seen what we've done in the just 1 hour. You've seen how we used 3 different platforms. We've used Chatgpt, we've used SQL, and then we've used what? We've used our Power BI to visualize our data. Now, let's assume you want to say, and now let me be honest with you, you cannot become a certified data analyst with what you've just learned now. You can say that, oh, I know how to use SQL. I've gone to Analytics masterclass, and I know I've seen how to use SQL. You can't use the 1 hour section to know how to use SQL. And you cannot say that, oh, because I've gone to Analytics masterclass, I know how to use Power BI under 1 hour. So you cannot become a certified data analyst within 1 hour. So there is a lot to this. So you need to go far. You need to learn more. You need to know more about these tools. You need to know, okay, let's assume that there's only a syntax error in that SQL. How do I handle it? Now, if you're not a data analyst who is good with what he or she is doing, to be very honest, you will not know how to handle those tools. All right, when the problem comes on, how do I handle the problem? Now we're looking at what? You've seen how we visualize this data. Now let's assume you don't know anything about data, you don't know anything about Power BI. How then do you know what to visualize? You understand me? You can just come here and be click here and then be doing probably this one is going to work or this one is going to work. But there's a lot to this, all right? There's a lot to this. Now, what are we into? We are data edtech company that will hold your hands and then guide you to on how you can actually become a professional in this field, how you can become a professional being a data analyst, handling your SQL, creating database from scratch, not the one of it that you're going to use ChatGPT to create, okay? You create database from scratch. Then the Power BI aspect of it, you will hold your hands and show you the in and out of Power BI, how you can actually handle your data, how you can manipulate your data, how you can connect from your database here to what? To the cloud. Now, let me move to the, I just have a little presentation then done. Proceed, okay? So this is actually what, just a second. Okay, so we can see my this thing. Okay, this is what we just did a few minutes ago. All right. So now we start teaching with what? With Excel. So our programs are what? They are beginners friendly. They are 100% beginners friendly. We teach you see you've not seen Excel. And for those of us that have seen that, I've used Excel before. I have a lot of people out there that if they want to enroll for the program, and they will tell me, Chinyere, you know what? I actually use Excel. I don't think I need Excel. And I want to tell you for free that even if you use Excel out there, if you've not, to be honest, you need it. You need it, okay? I've seen a lot of people that they say, I've used Excel. I know how to use Excel. I know how to do these things. And when we start our program, they will know for free that they've not used Excel before. So we start teaching you Excel from very basic one to the very advanced one where we can use macro to teach you as SQL, Excel, right? So it's just a whole 1 month. You can see people that will tell you, you know what, everything here, I'm going to teach it within 5 days. I'm going to tell you for free. It's no magic. It's something that you need to take it gradually. Okay, so we use a whole 1 month to teach you what? Excel. Now, come to Power BI. We make sure that you master Power BI, how to know when to visualize and what to visualize, how to even connect your data, all right? How to connect your data to the cloud base, how to connect this thing you've done. You see just what we did here, the Power BI, the data we visualize here. Now, let's assume that the CEO wants to be seeing this thing happening every second. Now, you build this database, right? So one of my students called me some time ago, and that was actually last year. All right, so he got an employment in one organization there. So the organization asked him to build database. Oh no, they have existing database. So all he needs to do is to connect the database, Power BI to the database, build pictures with it, and then send it to the cloud base. Now, the CEO wants to see everything happening in the organization every minute, every seconds. Now, this one is not, I'm waiting for somebody there to come and build the data. No. So as the individuals are buying product, the CEO want to be seeing it. Oh, this is a total amount of people that buy product today. This is a total amount of money that we made today. So, and every organizations are going advanced these days. Now, the question is, if you don't have this knowledge, how will you handle those programs? Now, don't say there is no job. The question is, are you job ready? If that opportunity comes away, are you ready to, to grab that opportunity out there? So we help you, hold your hands, teach you how you can actually use Power BI. And we have our professionals, guys that are like, they're 100% good with what they are doing. We have our professionals out there that will hold their hands and then guide you on how to master these tools. And then we come to SQL. Now, so I saw a question on the chat that someone said, is it a must to use SQL? Why not we use Excel? I just laughed. And let me tell you something about databases, okay? Now, organizations, now the question is, why are organizations moving from SQL to spreadsheet rather to To the SQL? Now, you see when I opened my SQL, now it was actually asking for what? For code. You understand? If you pay that attention, when I open like that, for what? For code. Now, it's more secure, more safe, right? Now, not every individual will come here, click there, and then, access materials there. Not at all. It's only those that have access to that. All right, so that's one. Another thing again about using SQL is that it's more safe. You can use SQL, like build a lot or millions of data. Now, let me tell you one thing about Excel. Excel has 1 million rows, 1,432 rows in Excel. All right, and then by columns, you have 16,032 columns in Excel. Now, SQL has over gigs. It has gig, not just this 1 million, it has gig. So it can accommodate a lot of data, and not just one, it can accommodate a lot of databases, okay? A lot of tables inside one database. Now, at last year, an organization that was actually a school, they called me to help them to create database for them. I was like, wow, so these guys know how to know that it's actually important for them to move from spreadsheet to to databases, and that's what very, very good, very, very good. SQL is more safe, more secure to have your data out there, all right? So that's one thing. Another thing again, we teach you how to use Chatgpt for data analytics. Now, you've seen what we use Chatgpt to do now. In just few minutes, we use it to create a database. Now, let me tell you something. It's beyond what we did here. There's a lot you can use Chatgpt to do. That's what we help our students to do. Okay, now, aside from all these things, we're going to take you the technical part of it. There's another part of it again. Now, the technical part of it is the 50% of what? Of the training. Do you understand me? Now, another 50% of the training is what? How you can monetize your skills. How you can monetize your skills. There's a lot of programs that we do with our students, and then we teach them how they can actually monetize their skills. Now, one thing you need to understand is that any edtech company that is we are going through this program with, and they are not guiding you on how you can monetize your skills. That's actually, of course, I'm not saying that they're not doing better, but they can do better, okay? So that's what we do. We help you, hold your hands, and show you how you can monetize your skills by ensuring that you have a standard LinkedIn profile. That's why we help you to optimize your LinkedIn. We help you to optimize your LinkedIn, make it standard. Another thing again is Upwork optimization, guys. So all of you, most of you know what Upwork is, and probably you don't know what Upwork is. It's good for you to have a standard Upwork profile. Now, how many of people they start asking me, so how are you making it in Upwork? How is it? Like, how come? How is it? I've been there, I've been staying there for some time now, I've not seen job. And the question is, have you met with someone who can actually hold your hands, right? Show you the truth, the hidden truths about Upwork. So that's actually what we do with our students, okay? So even if you do not see job out there, you can be getting gigs on Upwork. You can be getting gigs and be earning your money. Imagine you being in Nigeria, for the guys that are in Nigeria, imagine you being in Nigeria and you are earning in dollars. You're earning in dollars and you're spending in Naira. That's actually a huge plus for you. So that's what we do for our students. We help them to optimize their Upwork profile, and they start getting money, right? Now, aside from that again, because there's another platform that I'll be showing you guys now. I'll be showing you a lot of platforms where what we teach our students, how they can actually make money with these skills there, right? So another thing again, we need to, there's actually another benefit for our students, okay? We help them with recommendation letter, and that's and of course, you're going to get certificate at the end of the program. It's pure global recognized certificates you're going to get at the end of the program, okay? Now, there is recommendation letter. All right, so I don't know if you're actually saying where an individual apply for jobs and they're asking you for recommendation letter or reference letter. So that's what we do with our students, okay? So if you apply for any job and then their organizations are asking you, okay, we need a recommendation, you need a reference letter from wherever you have worked with before. So because you don't have this technical experience, now what we do, we ask our students, all right, use our company as a work experience in your CV, even in your on your LinkedIn, use it there. Okay. Suppose when the company contacts us and then there's somebody there that's, do we know the person? We can boldly say, yes, we know the person. He or she has worked with us. We give that reference letter and the person can easily get that job. So that's another amazing thing that we do for our students. Now, this program is going to be what? 4 good months program. 4 good months program. So where you'll be learning all these things you've seen here. So you've seen how 4 months program can easily change your life. Okay, what 4 years degree in university cannot do. You see how 4 months program can easily help you to do that. Okay. Now, the program is going to last for what? For 3 months live classes. The way I'm talking to you guys now. So you'll be meeting with different facilitators, not me. So my own is just like, I'm just there for Upwork and Excel. So you'll be meeting with me by the time you start the program. So I'll be the one that will be taking you Excel. You see how we'll be handling it, how we'll be dividing Excel. For those of us that are saying you have used Excel, you see how hard, no, not hard now. You see how deep Excel is, okay? How we'll be moving from the front end of Excel and how you can even do data modeling using Excel and how you can code. Do you know you can code with Excel? I don't know. Do you know you can code with Excel? So we do that here. All right. So I am the one in charge of the Excel, and we have all of my other colleagues who are in charge of all other ones. We have a lot of them out there. So we have Blessing, we have Flourish, we have a lot of the colleagues that you will be meeting that are taking different programs. Okay. So I'm the one in charge of all. So check me out on LinkedIn, you will see me there. So I've been taking programs. For tech companies, and then of course I've been doing Upwork training for a lot of people, and by the grace of God, I've trained over 3,000 people on Upwork, and that's what we do here too. So I help our students to ensure that once they get a standards of work account and start making their money out there. So the program is going to last for what? For good 4 months. Now, 3 months for live classics, okay? 3 months live classics, and then 1 month for custom projects. 1 month for now. At the end of the program, you'll be doing at least 10 good projects. Now, what people are asking you out there is not your certificate. Now, be very honest with you now. Of course, you're going to get a certificate at the end of the program. Not your certificates. They're asking you, what are the projects you've done? What is your profile? Can you share your portfolio with me? They want to see what you've done with these tools that you said. Okay, you said you are using Power BI. Okay, let's see what you've done with Power BI. You applied for jobs. They're asking for your portfolio. They're not asking for your certificate. The first thing they will ask you, I don't know if you ever gone out there to probably want to search for a job and you see any job and they're asking for data analytics or data analyst certificate. Of course, those things they help. I'm not saying that they don't help. But then the question there is, those tools that you say you know how to use, what are the projects you've done with them? All right. So by next time you'll be meeting our students, our alumni, where they'll be sharing with you a lot of projects they've done during their program with us. Okay. So at least 10 good projects that you add to your portfolio. Imagine a recruiter reaching out to you and asking for your portfolio, and the person is seeing 10 projects. So what we do here is project-based. We are not giving you any PDF to go and read, not at all. We ensure that you build what? Projects. That's what people are looking out there. Oh, I know how to use Power BI. How many projects have you built with Power BI? All right, so it's actually 100% project-based. So that's what we'll be saying here. Now, before we move further, I want to show you something. Okay? So, sometimes a lot of people out there, they'll be like, okay, this data analytics, how is it going to help my life? What are the benefits if I actually become a data analyst? What is the certainty that I'm going to get a job? Is there a job out there for data analysts? Now, let's look at some jobs out there for data analysts, okay? Now, let's look at Indeed. So, let's look at Indeed. So, find a job. So come down, let's look at Indeed, and then let's look for a data analyst job. So, let's see. Data analyst. So where? Can we say Canada? Okay, let's say UK. Anywhere. Can use anywhere. You can even use Nigeria. So let's look at this. Did I get that? The search for get not. Okay. Let's say United Kingdom. Okay, so let's get, I don't know, why are we not getting United Kingdom? City. Okay, let's say Canada. So let's say Canada, which area are we gonna focus on Canada? Okay, let's just say, all right, let's say. So these are data analysts. So you can see data analytics specialists in Canada. And it's actually, is it a remote job? Let's look for it. Let's see. And most of these jobs you'll be seeing out there, some of them, they are remote job. And then let me tell you one thing about you being a data analyst, okay? It's not only jobs that are what data analyst in quotes that you're going to be applying for. Now, you can actually work as a business analyst. Now, being honest with you, you can work as a product analyst. You can work as a logistic analyst. A lot of them out there that you can actually do. So it is actually not giving me what I am looking for. So let me go to rate. So let's see. So let's open rate. So I think we need to come back to Nigeria as well for those that are in Nigeria. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a data analyst. So where? So all right, so it's logging me in. So let's log in. Let's log in. Okay. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a data analyst. Okay, where? So let's say United Kingdom. Yeah, so let's search for it. Search for jobs. Now we have 3,165 roles that are data analyst job in UK. Now the question is, why are you complaining that there is no job? Or why are you complaining that you're doing one kind of job over there when you can actually become a data analyst and be earning well? And then you have this good working work-life balance that you will be having as for yourself, because you can actually work remote. I have some of my students here out there that are they are working remote and they're enjoying themselves. Okay, so let's look at their money now. So this is data analysis, isn't it? You can see it here. And look at the money the person will be earning. So I don't know, when people say that, oh, I want to probably purchase a program, a course, and then you're looking at the money is high, the money is too. The question is, just go for an edtech company that can hold your hands. That's just what you're looking for. Go to that place where they can hold your hands, tell you the truth. Now, it's not people that they want to sell their program. Now, people that can actually tell you the truth and stand on their words, okay? Guide you so that you can be able to acquire these skills. I've seen a lot of people out there, they've gone through this program, a lot of them, thousands of them. All right, so if you joined our masterclass last month, you heard from one of our students, Chei is actually in UK. She said something. She said she has done a lot of data analytics bootcamp, but the value she got from AMD analytics, she has not gotten it anywhere else. So these are people that are 100% ready to hold your hands, and they have standard curriculum for you. All right. So another of our students, that's actually Doing has done this program with all other edtech company out there too. I'm not speaking against anybody. That's why I didn't mention them. Okay. So and she has not gotten the value, and she has to come to AMD Analytics. Someone referred her. Okay. So what we are saying here is that look for edtech company, which is AMD Analytics is there to answer that call. All right. That will hold your hands and show you the truth about these things, how you can actually get these skills, because what you need is to what? Get the skill first. People that not just come here and tell you, they tell you stories, they give you handouts to go and read, and then they call it at the end of the time, at the end of the day, your program is out, and then you're out of the program. Do you understand? But people that can hold you, even after training, there's what we call post-training support. We give it to our students, okay? Now, let's look at this money that these guys will be earning. If you apply for this job, you are a data analyst, look at it. Oh, God. 50,000 euros. This amount you'll be earning per annum to 60,000, right? Imagine the amount you'll be earning, and you'll be complaining that you are doing one job in UK, where you can actually acquire a skill and be earning better, where you can acquire a skill. So this actually works. Now, if I want to apply for the job, I can just click there and apply for it, okay? Now, it's not a must that you applied in call. It will actually be a problem that you didn't apply. It's better for you to apply, okay? Of course, when you get the skill, to mention, we help our students to revamp their CV. I forgot to mention that. So we help our students to revamp their CV, make it very standard. That, of course, when you use it to apply for a job, of course, you're going to get hired, okay, by God's grace, yeah. So now we have this one again. So this is actually the amount you'll be earning. Have a lot of them out there. You can see this job again, okay. So this is actually looking at my CV, because my CV is on this platform. So that's why you are seeing data analyst training. Of course, you can actually upload your CV here, and then those guys, the recruiters out here, they'll be calling you for job opportunities. They'll be calling you for job opportunities. Is it on Upwork? Now, if we want to search for Upwork, there's a lot of them out there. So let's look at total jobs. So you can see total jobs as well. So for you to see the benefits, the opportunities that are, okay, so look at total here. We have 284 jobs that are data analysts that are in London, okay? So of course, you come down there, you start searching for which one do I want, which one is closer to my area, so I can actually apply for this, which one is actually a remote job, which one is on site. Do I want the one that are on site, or do I want a remote job? That is how much the guys should be earning per annum. So there is actually a lot. So now the question is, are you job ready? When you see these opportunities out there, are you job ready? Do you want to get this job? You want to get the job, then are you job ready? Okay. Now let's proceed to our presentation before we take our questions and answers. Of course, I know that you have a lot of questions you want to ask me. Now the question, somebody will be asking, okay, I have heard this hearing. So the question is, what are the days of this program? So the days of our programs are what? Saturdays and Sundays. So just take out your weekdays, do all your work, and then Saturdays and Sundays. Now we have amazing news, right? For all those guys that are in Canada that want to apply for our job, that want to enroll for our program. So last section, the last cohort, so we got a lot of people from Canada, but due to their time frame, so we couldn't work with them. So it's actually from the organization, now from the company. So they said that I should inform you guys that there's actually good news. So for those of you that are in Canada, now normally our programs are 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. That's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK time. Okay, that's the number since the company started. Okay, but then this month we are changing it for those of us in Canada, so that everybody that want to enroll for program will actually enroll for the program. So the program is now changing from 11 a.m. now to 5 p.m. All right, so 5 p.m. if you are in Nigerian, 5 p.m. Nigerian time to 8 p.m. So that simply means go do whatever you want to do, enjoy yourself, then 5 p.m. you come for the program. Now, if you are in Canada, if you are in UK, that simply means 4 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. Now, if you are in Canada, it's 11 a.m. Okay, 11 a.m. Now, the previous timing that we use should be 3 a.m. Canada time. But now we change it to what? To 5 p.m. so that those of us that are in Canada, it actually favors us. Now, it will now be 11 a.m. Canada time, all right? 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays and Sundays. Then on Thursdays, you'll be meeting with our music facilitators and our CEO. So where you'll be talking a lot of things on how you can monetize your skill, how you can get your LinkedIn optimized, how you can get everything that you need within the 4 months. Okay, just like I said, the program is 3 months live classes and then 1 month for custom projects. Now, a lot of projects you'll be working on. Now, to be very honest, it's going to be a lot of projects. But then at the end of everything, you're going to thank God that you did them. Okay, that's it. Now, how much is the program? How much is the program? So the program is 200,000 naira. You see that it's not expensive. For those of us that are out there, that you're paying for this program, you understand? If you're in Canada, you know how much you're paying for this program. All right, you know how much we pay for this program. Now, this is actually not for people that will tell you we are going to deliver and we're not going to deliver. So we are out there. I'm going to share our social media platforms. You have some of our students, ask them questions, okay? Ask them, how is this program? How is this, guys? What are they up to? Are they delivering? All right, so one thing I told one of our students, so the person reached out to me, that was last month. So she reached out to me and said to me, I see your people talking about AMD analytics, the good things that you guys are doing. I saw from their students. How sure am I that you guys are going to deliver this value? So I told her something. I said, if this company did not deliver what they said that they're going to teach you, they did not deliver, come and meet me. I will refund your money. Not the company now. Come and meet me. I will refund your money. Hold me by my words. Okay, that's what I told her last month. I said, come and meet me. I will refund your money. Sorry about that. Hi guys, I have to drink water. So that's it for the program. So the program is 250,000 naira. Okay, but then there is actually a discount. Yeah, I'm back. So there's actually a discount for those of us that will pay for the program for now till the end of this month. Okay, and that's 50,000 naira discount. 50,000 naira discount. So the program is 200,000 naira if you are paying from now till the end of March. So now our discount is still open from now till the end of the March. So the discount is open. So today is 23rd. Now for you to enjoy this discount, you have to pay from now till the end of the March. All right. So after that, you can pay 250. So the next cohort starts on 13th of April. 13th of April. That's when our next cohort is going to start. 13th of April, and the program is going to be 4 months big program, 3 months live classes, and 1 month for custom projects. And after that, we are not leaving you. We hold your hands, okay? Just like I said, Dialysis post-training support to all our students. Okay, so you can start making your payments now. Now, let me take your questions, guys. So you want to ask me a question? Questions. Let's take your questions. We have some people that raised their hands before. So we have some guys that raised their hands before. You want to ask your question? Please ask your questions. All right, Eli. So you need to unmute yourself. Let me ask you to unmute. So I've asked you to unmute. So let's take your question, Eli. I don't know if this one is the one you raised before, so I'm going to lower your hand now. So others, please, if you have any question, let's take your questions, guys. Nobody's asking questions. Is there any problem? Okay, for now, there's no physical class. Our programs are 100% virtual. So our programs are 100% virtual. So that's, okay, your mic is bad, okay. Sorry about that. So our programs are 100% virtual. So we don't offer physical class for now. Okay, so, but of course, just like what we are doing here. So you don't need to stress yourself, move to any, start stressing yourself that you're going for any program. So you can sit at the comfort of your home and learn these things. You can sit at the comfort of your home and then learn all these things, okay? So let's take another question. If you have any question, just guys ask your questions. We are here to answer you. So the program is 250,000 naira, but for now, we are collecting 200,000 naira. So we are on discount now. So the discount ends on last day of this month, and the next course starts on 13th of April. So for 1st of April, we are moving to 250. So from 1st of April, we are moving to 250. So let's take your questions, and then if there's no question, guys, you can call it a day. If there's no question, so let's take your let's take a selfie, guys. If you can see me and you can hear me, you can turn on your video. Let's see ourselves. So you'll be seeing me for past 1 hour now. You see my face. So let's turn on our videos. Let's see ourselves. So you don't have question. Turn on your video. Let me see you. Yeah, I can see Felix. Others, let's do this thing now. Let's do this. Are you shy? Yes, I can see Olakemi. I can see Israel. I can see maybe Bebsola. Yeah, guy. Yeah, Israel. So others, let's do this now. All right, guys. So cheers, guys. See you guys in the class. So we are expecting you guys to pay for the program. So it's actually all right. Let's take your question, Miriam. You have a question?
It's not a question actually. You said you were going to share the material and the recordings, right?
Yes, I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you get that. You get that. All right, guys. Cheers. So we want to see you in the class. We want you to pay for the program. We want to see you. So we want to see you. I want you to take this opportunity because by the time you say, let's wait till next month, let's wait till next 2 months, by the time you know it, Dixie is out of it. So you might not have that opportunity again. And of course, trust me, the training fee might not be the same. And that's just the truth. The training fee might not be the same. So we want you to take this opportunity, make your payments today. And then let's see you in the class. Let you be part of our testimony. We want to see you, want to have you, want you to be part of our success history. Of course, you would like to meet with me now and all other facilitators that are amazing guys are doing amazing things on the background and meet with other people out there. So one of the amazing thing about enrolling for this kind of program is that you get this community. So you have people that when you have a question, you can easily ask them and they are there to definitely what answer you. So cheers, guys. Bye everyone. I'll see you guys in the class. Yeah, bye. Eli.